Hey everyone. So I wanted to give you a bit of an update as to what has happened within the first couple days of the Fresh Ink Festival. For those of you who've been watching this video blog, you know that Fifth House Ensemble started its own summer music festival this year for the first time. So what we have is a 2-week festival called Fresh Ink, where we have brought together 12 young composers from all over the country, as well as instrumentalists and pre-formed ensembles to join us to premiere their works. So over the course of the 2 weeks, we will premiere 24 new works of chamber music. We'll be performing in our home base of Kenosha, Wisconsin, where we'll be in residence at Carthage College, and we'll also be performing at Ravinia in Highland Park. We'll be at the Rush Hour concerts at St. James Cathedral in Chicago with a live broadcast on WFMT, and we'll also be at the Milwaukee Art Museum. In addition to that, we'll be doing some partnerships with the Boys and Girls Club of Kenosha, which we're really excited about. So within the first couple days, we had some icebreaker activities where we used an exercise that Crystal learned at the Teaching Artist Development Studio, which was all about getting everybody to say their name and then come up with an action that they feel represents how they're feeling at the moment, as well as a sound to go along with that action. And so all of us had to repeat that, and then in individual groups of, 4 or 5 or something like that, we had to come up with skits. So we were getting to know each other through these sounds and motions, which was really fun. And then the second day, we had an arts startup workshop, which was, my first spiel about how it is that you start an arts business and how you find your artistic voice. So as part of that, we had crayons out and we were drawing artwork about what we think that our voice looks like and how we would like our voice to be. And it's one of those things where sometimes I think just getting a huge piece of paper and some crayons really helps unlock your imagination, which is a fun part of the day. We also learned a lot about business structures and how, taxes impact that, and how you can choose the right business structure to fit your vision, but that your vision should always come first, of course. We then did a workshop with Crystal on educational programming, so basically how to create programs for kids of different ages and how to tie into curriculum. And all of this was to prepare us for the visits to the Boys and Girls Club, where we would be asking composers to come along with us and instrumentalists to join us for our signature Music Can Tell a Story program, as well as a composition workshop for kids, which was really fun to put together. In addition to that, we had a workshop with Cliff Colnott, who came in to do a really fantastic intonation workshop using the Poulenc Sextet and the Mozart Quintet for winds and piano. And this was all about how to scientifically fix intonation issues. And that was amazing, because not only does your intonation get better and your sound as a group, but you also begin to figure out that there are really specific things that you can do in any given situation to make the sound better that don't involve saying, "You're sharp, you're flat, I hate your shirt," all kinds of stuff that really doesn't belong in the rehearsal room if you're trying to be effective. So, it was really great to be able to say, hey, guess what? If you are an octave lower than me, you should be playing 50% more, and automatically that improves the blend. So there was a lot to do with that, and then Cliff also shared some perspective on how he feels that diversifying your portfolio of things that you can do really helps you with job security, and that's definitely one perspective on how to have a very successful career in music, which is to be able to be high quality at a lot of different things, so that if any one of those things starts to slow down, you've got 4 other avenues that are still going strong. So that's definitely something that you can see evident in his career. He's definitely somebody that we respect as having built a huge breadth of experience in a lot of different areas of music. And then finally, we had a workshop with James Buckhouse, who's the director of corporate design at Twitter. And he joined us over Skype to share some of, how artists and businesses can be successful at telling stories via Twitter and other social media platforms. And one of the things that I thought was really great that he said was, you should just think of it like a cocktail party. What would you say to somebody if you met them in a room? And it's really just all about starting these organic conversations and being pleasant and social and part of a community. And I think he said it really well, being humble and generous at the same time, like saying things that you think other people would find of value enough to share it with their friends, rather than just pushing out your message all the time. I also really liked his comments on frequency of tweeting, that he said, you should try and tweet every time you eat. It rhymes and it works. So finally, at the end of the second day, we had a salon concert, and these salon concerts are sort of peppered throughout the 2 weeks. So in addition to the formal performances that we do off campus, we have these salon concerts where people can just sign up to play whatever they want. And honestly, these are some of the most fun events of the entire festival because people can bring their repertoire, composers can find musicians to play things that weren't necessarily on the docket for these 2 weeks, and a good time is had by all. It's always silly and fun, and we have a great time. So looking forward to sharing the next few days with you on the next post.